we're going to be working to get a mount onto it so that we can start to put a camera boom on the boat, and then we can start mounting GoPros and DSLRs, things like that, so that I can be hands-free when we are out on the water. So let's go ahead and get started. Hey there everybody. So I've gotten a bunch of updates recently, and you guys have probably been seeing a little bit on Facebook page, Instagram account, and things like that. But now I kind of want to start doing a little bit more of these types of videos to start talking about the process of the project as I start to finalize things going forward into the start of the project in about 2 months. So the thing we're going to be working on today, as you can see, I am not at the Outer Banks anymore. I am now in Raleigh. I'm actually staying currently with my parents, so I'm going to be working with out of here before I start the project heading down to Miami. This was not always in the garage here. It was outside for a while, so it's a little dirty. So before we get really into it, I think it's probably a good idea to clean it out a little bit. So I've got a shop vac I'm going to set up and get it cleaned up, and then we'll get into the actual installation of the mount. So what we're going to be installing today is a Railblaza Starmount system. So this has tons of different attachments, but this just screws straight into the hull. You can either use through bolts, as well as you can also use self-tapping screws. For structure, I want to be using the through hole bolts, just because you could have tons of different attachments on it. So basically for me, the sturdier, the better. So let's go ahead. I'm going to show you where I'm going to be putting this mountain on the boats. But first, we got to drill some holes. Okay, so I've been choosing to go with using one of my 2 water bottle holders on the boat here. More than anything, it's explicitly because I want something to be as flat as possible. The mounts that we've got here, they've got a completely flat bottom, so the more flat on the boat, the more structure to be holding. So now I've got the holes drilled. I'm gonna go ahead and get these things through bolted in, and let's see how it looks. So I've got some marine sealant here I'm gonna put around the base here, and hopefully that should keep all of my leakage to a minimum. Now, for other Hobie owners out there, yes, I know these things are not complete 100% waterproof, but anywhere I can minimize water getting inside the hull, I can do that. In terms of my storage in the boat, it will all be in dry bags, so it's not like things are gonna get wet, but at least the less amount of water I can get into the boat, the better. All right, so I'm gonna get this sealed up, and then we will be all done. So we've got this all lined up here. Make sure that we're in fact good to go. That all looks good. So we've got our through bolt washer, and we've got our locking nuts. So through there and in, that's 1, and that's 2. Reach underneath both our washer and our nut. Alright, so now that I've got my 3/8 socket, I'm gonna go ahead and to help with that, I've also got a Phillips head screwdriver. So I've got a Phillips head on there. Looks like we've got the right orientation on that. Yeah, this probably would have been a lot easier from this side. That feels rock solid there. Looks like we've got a new installation. Now that we've got that part installed, we can now install our boom pole. Got our boom pole here. That's installed. Lock it into place. And ladies and gentlemen, I think we've got ourselves a really nice boom pole here. All right. Well, thank you guys so much for hanging out in the shop here. Hopefully there's going to be a couple more shop things to go before we've got our final boat ready to go. But this is definitely another major step so we can get some recording done out on the water, hands-free, and time's ticking. And super excited. Thank you guys so much for your support. I'm going to be putting out another crowdfunding campaign soon, so keep on the updates for that. And other than that, I'll see you guys out on the water.